Good day, everyone, and welcome. Before we start, we have a disclosure. Please be aware of risk in the future trading. All our videos for educational purpose only. You're very welcome to follow any of our automated signal. As long as you are on a sim, we're not responsible for your trade and we're not your financial advisor. Today, the Nasdaq and the gold are in a move. They are really moving beautifully. The ES is the opposite direction. There is no trend on the ES. If you are auto trading the ES, probably you will be better off to auto trade the Nasdaq today. The ES has no direction at this moment. Maybe in a few minutes we can spot a direction on the ES, so you gotta be careful with the ES. However, if you are not you don't have any trade on the Nasdaq, you have a re-entry point on the Nasdaq at 15,354. If you are on a sim, we're not responsible for your trade. There is a confusion on the ES. Let me show you the buyer. They are a little bit over the sellers. The market analyzer from 1 to 30 minutes, half of them is red, and the higher time frame still in the green, and then the immediate indicators pointing to the direction down. So the market is extremely mixed between the buyers, the sellers, and the market analyzer is a little bit mixed. And we will wait a few minutes till the news is out, and then we will figure out which direction this market is taking. One more minute, and then normally we start at 10 o'clock. One more minute, and we will get the proper direction to the Nasdaq. Be careful with the ES. We do not have a short trade, especially if you are using dummy auto trade like ATRs, MACDs, moving averages. It's too early to take a trade on the ES at this moment. You have to be careful. It's facing a double support area in here, and that doesn't matter where your auto trade coming from. It's very early to call the short trade in here. So be careful. We will wait a couple minutes and see which direction this market want to take. Excuse me. Be careful, guys, on the short. Be careful on the ES. Don't let it fool you. let's wait a couple more minutes before you make a decision. Just the news is out, and now the market getting adjusted. Don't burn your fingers. Please hold your horse for a minute. Let's find a direction in the market. Thank you. That's why I said to be careful with the ES, because if we look at the ES, we have a heavy support at 43.75 and support at 43.73, and that's why I said be careful with the short at this moment. It's too early to call this trade short. So yes, if your auto trade is going to take short in this area here, your chances of surviving is 0 to none at this moment. So the market is stuck in that channel at this moment with the ES between the support and the resistance 43.79 and the support 43.75. So we need to see the ES break down the 43.73 before you call it short. And at this moment there is no direction in the market, and that can cause severe damage to your account, irrelevant what time frame or auto trade or templates you are using. Has nothing to do with what you are doing. It just the market is stuck in a channel. That's it. Welcome to trading. Nothing can be done. Changing templates, changing time frame, it's not gonna help. This is a really nasty area, so be careful, guys. Also, for the Nasdaq trader, you have to consider yourself if you want to really take short trades. You have a lot of support areas from 15,328 all the way to 15,315. So you gotta be careful also with the Nasdaq taking short. The auto trader closed on 4,400. That's fine. I'm not sure I want to reactivate it, taking the trades at this moment with the situation here. I like to see this ES going below the 43.72 before I unleash the short auto trade on the ES. But I mean, you can leave them. You can leave the auto trade running by themselves, of course. You don't have to interfere with it, but it helps if you know what's going on. Sometimes avoiding some trades that really be great help. So, guys, we need to sit on the side for a couple minutes to see which direction this market going. I don't want it to misguide you or mislead you. So let's wait till we see this market confirming the short before we call short, okay? So we'll stay a couple minutes on the side and see what happened. Thank you. Please be patient until we see this ES breaking the 43.72. Please be careful. You see, that's what I was talking about right here. So we wait. Then the higher time frame still into positive, and look what happened. That's why sometimes it's not smart to take trade on a breakout. You need to wait till it gets confirmed, and that's what we got at this moment. So you gotta be careful. Welcome to trading. We're still stuck in this channel, guys, on the ES, and there is nothing can be done. There we go. Now the momentum start changing, and welcome to trade. And that's why I didn't want anyone to start taking a short trade. And as we see here, you have a buy signal when the ES hit this support area at 43.73. You have another system help you also for manual if you want to, God forbid, saying this word, taking a trade by yourself. But and now we start giving you the direction that you need to buy, not to sell, actually. And so there we go. The ES has a changed direction, and let me show you. Still the sellers little bit over the buyers, but now if you notice, start getting the momentum to the upper direction, and because the higher time frame stayed onto the positive, and the lower time frame they were in negative, and now the 1 minute on both of directions start turning a green, and you know, and everything start going the opposite direction from the short. So the short at this moment start fading out, and it's getting weaker and weaker to take a short trade. And here it is. You know, that's why we said do not fall into this trap, taking short at this moment. And the ES is not aligned perfectly to take any direction at this moment. The buyers with the sellers and a 6 different time frame, they are equal, and then the market analyzer on the higher time frame are to the positive, and some other indicators they are to positive. So this is This is an indication of there is no really direction in the market at this moment, and the shorts start getting weak, and that's why most likely right now the ES is going back to the long position. So we are watching it very closely. Yes, welcome to trading. Beside, someone painted a nice picture for the market and marketing. This is not marketing. This is reality you have to face on a daily basis, and has nothing to do with your optimization, back testing, forward testing, all this nonsense. So we'll see what happens. Very confusion in the market at this moment. Especially Friday, you have to be careful on Friday, not let the market ruin your evening. There is no way there is a short in on the ES. Do not allow any auto trade to take short, any auto trade at this moment. When the market in those conditions here, as you see, back and forth, absolutely, this is a nightmare for any type of an auto trade. In those area here, you cannot make money. When it is one bar up, one bar down, by the time your auto trade taking a short, is turning around. By the time your auto trade taking long, it turning around. So in those conditions here, any type of an auto trade is a nightmare. Even if you are a scalping, this is too tight even for a scalping. Um, it's not really a very good spot to auto trade or trade manually in that matter in this area here. We need to see some breakout either to the downside or to the upper side. And at this moment, this market is stuck in a channel, and there is nothing. Also, the Nasdaq, I would not personally, I would not take short at this moment, and I would not allow any auto trade to take short. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 a heavy support area here. I'm not sure this market is able to break all those support areas. This is a no-no place to auto trade or trade. So if you are taking a short trade on an auto trade or manual or whatever, your destination is right there, 15,000. It's not much, 15,328. So there is no such a big trade. Even if you are scalping, you need to probably override the auto trade and close the trade immediately. This is not healthy. This is not healthy trading. You cannot dive into this condition to trade, whether manual or auto trades. And that's why we say sometimes we don't need to learn price action, but we need to learn what's going on in the market. And this is, here it is, right there. You're going in this circle, you're not making money. Doesn't matter, auto trade, manual trade, whatever type of trading you are doing on the future is not helping. Different time frame is not going to help. Different template is not going to help. Different auto trade will not help. Let me show you an example beside the beautiful painting. Let me show you an example. This NASDAQ is scalping because, okay, I can scalp. This NASDAQ is scalping. Today, in the European session, we did not have not even one losing trade. In the European session, this scalper made over $4,600 scalping. Let me show you. This is right now the US session from 9:50, okay? And look at this. One losing trade, two losing trade, three losing trade, wiped up everything. If we study this scalper when the market was trading from the European hours, you can see was nailing every trade. So it's not the auto trade. And then even the 938 made money. This confusion at this moment with this market, you can see is getting hammered with losing trades. So we don't want to show just the winning trades, but we want to show that some people think by changing the template or changing time frame or changing auto trade is gonna solve the problems for them. And the problem is not coming from the trader. The problem is coming from the market. And this is sometimes the amateur trader, because he's not looking and he thinks that he has a problem with his auto trade or trading skill or a different time frame. Not really. You should not blame yourself or blame your auto trade from not making money. It's been making money from 5 o'clock Eastern time non-stop, and when the market start getting into confusion, and that's what happened to the auto trade. So don't doubt your skill, no matter where you come from. Do not doubt your skill. Do not think you are using a wrong template, whatever auto trade you are using, or sometimes it's just the market condition does not help. And that's why it is really important sometimes you look at your technical chart and see what's going on. So now, as we see, officially the NASDAQ now is short. For half an hour, try to break the 43.73. And look, this is for the last half an hour trying to break that line, and it did finally. Now the question if can we maintain below that number. Here is let me show you something, please, because will help you a lot when you are auto trading or trading. Here is the confusion. The Nasdaq, as we told you a few minutes ago, there is a heavy support. So the Nasdaq is not going parallel to the downside with the ES. So now if you notice here, the confusion between the ES wants to go down, and there is major support area on the Nasdaq. If you go back to this video a few minutes ago, I said do not take short on the Nasdaq. Even if you are scalping, you need to close the trade because there is a 5 different support area in here. And that it is always the amateur trader fall into a trap right there. Whether you are trading manually or you are auto trading or you are reversing the market or you are trading with the trend, this is the confusion is right there when you don't have your eyes open, you don't see it, and you don't see the danger in the market. So what happened in the ES wants to go down, and most likely is 10:31. The morning session is gonna end up at 43.62. This is another system calculated, whereas your morning session is going to be to the 43.62. And now here we can see the ES is going down, and we need to see this Nasdaq breaking all those support area, which is causing the ES to slow down a little bit to the downside. So this is where the fight between the ES and Nasdaq happening. And before, many years ago, the ES and then the Nasdaq YM follow blindly. For the last few years, the Nasdaq become a little bit independent. Nevertheless, when there is a major area on the ES, the Nasdaq stops. So as we see here, the combination, it is very important when you are auto trading or if you are behind your screen, you're not at work. Beside wasting your eyes and your time on your P&L, whatever indicator, don't have to be our system, whatever indicators you think you got the best indicators, whatever, is always very healthy to occupy yourself by looking at the ES 1 minute and the Nasdaq 1 minute. You're not an institutional to trade the 30 minutes. You cannot hold positions overnight. You don't have $65,000, $70,000 at your broker to hold one position overnight. So you're borrowing the ES, you have no inventory, you're turning back this ES at the end of the day, you're borrowing it. So your 1 minute, it is your best friend to determine where we are in the market. Beside the optimization, beside your auto trade, if you have this luxury to, if you're not working, and if you look at the 1 minute and the Nasdaq, put those two together, and they have to work parallel with each other. They have to be synchronized with each other. This is where the market start making money. And if you don't know, or let's say if you are busy at work, or you can have a snapshot in the market, you don't have time to look at the ES and Nasdaq, what's going on, it's always very easy to look at your market analyzer. Your market analyzer, you have 3 sell position on the ES, and you only have 1 sell position on the Nasdaq and 2 positive. It's not 3 negative. So what happened in here is telling you the Nasdaq refusing to die, and the Nasdaq already given up, and now start getting tight again on the ES because of this double support area and the Nasdaq is not responding with the ES to the same direction. So this is where the confusion start happening among amateur trading, and they don't understand what's going on. And I showed you that on the scalper today, it was kicking butts all morning with the European session, and then when this confusion happened on this area here from 950 all the way to 1026. This is where the confusion happened between the ES, Nasdaq, and the direction gets stuck in the channel. So this is where now if we see the ES is dragging this Nasdaq down, is forcing it to drag it down, but still there is a long way. There is also a couple support we need to deal with. So when you are auto trading, and even if you are on the right direction, the problem is with this right now, the performance on that auto trade is hanging on if the Nasdaq able to break those double support area or not. So the money in this auto trade is not the auto trades itself, it is whether this Nasdaq able to break those support area. Then you are into 1,000 or 100 or $10 if you are trading auto trading the micro account. It depends on those support area if they are able to hold. The problem is with the Nasdaq trade at this moment, the ES is holding on a double support area and it is overwhelming. You can see those bars not able to go below the 43.68, and that is making the market go back, retesting the 15,343, has to retest it, and then the ES is going to testing those area 43.72, and then and that's what is this performance on that trade has happened, you know. So and if we look at this market at this moment, when it was trying to take down the market, and then we face this double support area, and then that what makes the ES going back and forth in here. And this is where the biggest problems start happening with the traders. They cannot see it. And if we look at the Nasdaq, you can see where is the wigs on the Nasdaq is on 15,324. And so no matter what you do or auto trade, we need to see this Nasdaq going down below the 15,325, and we need to see the ES going below the 4,368. So those are the key in the market at this moment. And it is an ugly Friday. It's not like the last couple days. The last couple days the market was very good, but it is an ugly Friday. And all what I say, welcome to trading. It's gonna be some ugly days. Nothing we can do about it. And usually on Friday there is a lot of confusion on the first 2 hours. Usually after 1 o'clock, 1:30 in the afternoon. Usually the Fridays are very good for auto trading, scalping. The market goes most of the time in one direction, either going long or short. So on a Friday is always a smart, as you see from the scalper, is always on a Friday is good to auto trade early on a Friday, or auto trade late is always the best performance, either after 1 o'clock in the afternoon for auto trading, or if you want to on Friday, you auto trade very early. If you are an early bird, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning Eastern time, that will be perfect idea to auto trade any type of an auto trade. This is where you can catch some nice trending. Somehow on a Friday, I don't know why there is a bad habits among traders that they watch an auto trade, and I don't know why, but usually they try to go live with an auto trade on Friday, and usually they pick up the worst day and the worst timing to auto trade is on Friday on the first 2 hours of trading. So if you want to auto trade on, let's say on a Friday, that will be much better. If you are an early bird, you get up in the morning and auto trade the market. I'm not saying every Friday, but most of the Fridays like this. And after 1 o'clock, you can also auto trade on Friday. Now, which we told our traders not to do this, but of course no one home listen. Also on Sunday evening, you should not turn on any auto trade. Wait till Monday. You should not start your Ninja Trader on Sunday evening and start auto trading, because the market has not digested what happened over the weekend yet, and maybe it is not smart. So if you calculate your performance on Sunday evening, you will find out most of the time, doesn't matter what type of a trader you are, whether you are automated or you are a manual or whatever, the performance on Sunday is always bad, Even if you had a couple Sundays winning trades, you should not be bothered with the market. You should enjoy your family, your friends, and you come on Monday when the market's open, and this is perfect day on Monday for scalping, not swing trading. On Tuesday you can swing trading, but you know, those days every day is handled different. It's not Monday and Friday are the same days. So maybe to some amateur trading, they cannot see or distinguish between Monday and Friday, but it's not just a dishwasher machine. You turn it on Sunday, you turn it off on Friday evening. So it is, you need to know where you are, what time you wake up in the morning, and what is good for you, and the timing, and what instruments can be traded at your timing. You know, as an example, if we take the gold, if you are an early bird before the market is open, the gold is excellent. If you wanted to trade overnight, and with an auto trade, we have an auto trade called M strategy, and this auto trade is excellent for overnight trade flat markets. On Tuesday morning, you can swing trade the market. It's always good to start swing trading on Tuesday, not on Monday. So all those daily routine, once you start getting adjusted to it, you become a little bit, have a stability in your trading. At this moment, we can see this market going back and forth, and it's not getting anywhere, and it's just been hammered back and forth, and the market is going in a circle, and actually it's not making money, you know. So I'm so glad this Nasdaq did catch the trend early this morning and is finished. Of course, we still have the 5 minutes has not closed position yet, and is still going to the long side, and it is the 5 minutes. This one here is the 2 minutes, of course, is finished early. So I'm not sure This 5 minutes, if you notice, it's been on the same trade from early this morning, and this market going back and forth, and the same amount, the same PNL, it's been sitting for the last 10-15 minutes. It's not doing anything. It's just sitting on idle, and it's not doing anything. And very mixed market. The market is not trending. And if we look at this ES momentum, we can see it is very mixed market. And if we look on the Nasdaq is look much better than the ES. Actually, is much more to the positive than negative. But the ES is one big mass, and it can go either direction. And the problem is those double support on the ES is not helping, and it is a weak trend to the short side. So the only direction for the ES is trying to go, look, you see, is going back and forth. But the best deal for us at this moment, if the ES start breaking that level here, 43.72, and then when he breaks the 43.75, at least now we got the Nasdaq and the ES on the same direction, and hopefully this is going to make the market align with each other, to be synchronized with each other, so there will be trades available for the Nasdaq and the ES. So it is somehow, you have to understand that they're all connected. Somehow they're all connected. You don't need to go through details, but they are connected, and they have to work together, and they have to confirm every number. Always, the market has to confirm every single number. So as we see right now, the ES finally broke up those levels, and very soon, if we get the market analyzer line up the ES, the Nasdaq, and the YM on the same direction, with the three signals going to the same direction, indicating that you have the green light to auto trade. You don't have to be an expert with the price action and learn 10 years price action, but when you see the market analyzer is in sequence and all the three signal positive, the Nasdaq positive, the YM is positive, no matter what you do with the auto trade, it will be going to the right direction, and it will be taking trade. It will be profitable because the trend is all been confirmed, and they are in sequence, and there is no trouble in the market. When you come in the morning, this you're not gonna see in an optimization. When you see the ES have three signals to the downside, and the Nasdaq have one signal down and two up, and of course the YM always follow the ES. So there is a confusion in the market here, and always when you come out and you see the Nasdaq is not in sequence with the ES signal, that means you are in trouble. Every morning you get up in the morning, if we don't want to learn price action, if we don't want to put the 1 minute chart, if we are busy, whatever it is, anytime you come in, you see the market analyzer is in one direction on the ES, and the Nasdaq is not in sequence with the ES, this means you are in trouble and you will not make money. Simple. You will not make money. Simple. They have to be in sequence. They have to be all three signals in the same direction, at least the ES and the Nasdaq. Now, for a perfect picture in the market, whether you are auto trading, doesn't matter what type of auto trade you have, or a manual trading, the perfect picture in the market, when the ES going all three signal in the same direction, the Nasdaq all three signals in the same direction, the YM, all three signal in sequence with the ES and NASDAQ. And one more trick is the bond has to be the opposite direction of the ES in sequence. In other words, if the ES have, as an example here, the ES have 3 short signal, this mean will be nice to see the bond 3 long signal. And this is where the market's doors open to make money. You know, when you see the bonds, as an example, in this condition here, the bonds, all 3 signal positive, as an example. And if we see the ES, all 3 signal down, the NASDAQ, all 3 signal down, and the YM, all signal down, no matter what you do in the market, you will be making money. Even if you take a trade out of nowhere, manually, you will be making money. When this market analyzer is not in sequence, immediately you know yourself you are in trouble without even activating the auto trade. Now, there is one thing you have to accept sometimes. Nobody forcing you or putting a stick on your head to trade every day. Sometimes the market can be traded at 9:30, 10:30, 11 o'clock, doesn't matter. And the doors will be open to make money, and then it closes. And then opens again in the afternoon, and then it is closed. So if you are busy and you don't see the market is in line or in sequence, skip that day. Don't get yourself in trouble, or stay on sim and try to look at the bars movement, trying to gain some experience by yourself. It's much better when you come out in the morning, and if you don't see the market analyzer in sequence, to sit on the side. There is no shame about it. Many professional traders, they sit on the side when they need to be, and when they don't see trade, they can be sitting all day long behind a screen without taking a trade, and that is not unusual. Nobody is forcing you to go live every single minute. No one is forcing you to do this, and be safe trader is the best. Auto trading is fine, but sometimes when you get up in the morning, when you see big mess, what we have experienced today, you know, say, you know, this morning is a mess, I will wait 10 minutes, 15 minutes, or I will come back in the afternoon trying to pick up a trade, and try to keep your head clear and not to build fatigue, confusion in your brain. This is very important, to not be confused when you are trading. Because also when you get tired, you start making mistakes. And try to keep yourself fresh. Don't overwhelm yourself with all this information, internet, trader rooms. This one is teaching something and the other guy is teaching something else, and you put in all this in your head and you want to trade, and it's just so depressing, you know. And too much information can confuse you. Just keep it simple. So as we see right now, the market is start getting stronger, but there is still no direction, and there is no auto trade should be taking a trade at this moment. And it is a really nasty Friday morning today. I apologize for this, but it is a really a nasty morning on a Friday. We had a wonderful Wednesday, Tuesday, Thursday. Those 3 days that were good. And today we have a very nasty morning. Hopefully in the afternoon, the market, once those amateur traders finished by 12 o'clock, losing a lot of money. Usually those amateur trading finish around 12 o'clock. They close the computer. Their spirit is down. They lost money. They don't know what to do. they get upset, they get freaking out, whatever it is, and then it goes with them all weekend. So usually on Friday you have to be careful, morning or in the afternoon, and usually you have a smooth ride. After 1 o'clock, the market start taking direction, either long or short. So those are the best days. So at this moment, folks, today, this hour was a difficult hour, and you should not be take it personally that you're not good or you're not smart or you are using a different auto trade. The market is bad, and there is nothing wrong with you despite what system you are using. There is nothing wrong with you. The market was not helping you, and you should not take it out on yourself personally. You should not be taking anything personally in this business. You have to be just adapt to the condition of the market and accept the fact that sometimes the market is not tradable. You have to accept it. You cannot fight it. You lose. You cannot fight a gorilla. You're gonna lose. The market is a gorilla, big gorilla. And I want to say to myself, I don't want to try to insult anyone. What we are, for me, it is the market is a big elephant, and we are fleas on the back of an elephant trying to go on the same direction. We cannot change the direction of an elephant. And I'm not trying to insult anyone or do anything, but this is the way how I feel about myself with the market. And so we cannot change the direction of an elephant. We need to go with the same direction as the elephant. So you should not be fighting the market. You should not. You should be a little bit open-minded. That's why high temperament people, they will never succeed in the market because they are impatient. High temperament people, they lose money because they use their anger and they start saying or doing stupid things, and then they cannot. Actually, you will find the most success people in the trading, the calm people, the disciplined people, the ones are patient. Those the ones are the success trader, not this guy with a high temperament. Those people usually they fail. They have lack of impatience, discipline, and anger. Anger, it is your worst enemy in the market. So anger, it is, you don't want anger people around. If they are miserable, kick them out. Let them be miserable by themselves. Don't bring negative on your front desk. Folks, there is nothing I can help you with today, and we wish you pleasant weekend. I hope you didn't get in trouble. If I was you, I will stay away from the market. Go for lunch. Come back around 1 o'clock to your computer. See how's this market working. And if you find the market trending, you still have a good option in the afternoon to gain some money in the market, especially on Friday. But if I was you, at this moment, this market is garbage. It's not tradable. It is aggravation. It is losing money. Stop everything. Go for a beer, hamburger. I don't know. Do something. Go wash your car. Do your yard. Do something, and come back in a couple hours, and then the market will be on a different direction. If I was you, that's where I will do. Folks, thank you very much, and we wish you a pleasant weekend. There is nothing we can